Hello, all. It's Renee B for me, and I'm Felicia. Whether you're new here or returning, today's video is a grief video. Please stay with me as we explore Dennis Brock, my husband's 54th birthday. So today is Friday, June 27th, 2025, and today would have been my husband Dennis's 54th birthday. And what would I like to be doing today? I would like to be staying home, just kind of being alone and thinking about my husband. These feelings come up, you guys, from time to time when you've suffered the loss of anyone who has touched your heart in some form or fashion. And it's normal to have some unresolved feelings of loss on these days. I can't stay home and I can't stay in the bed today because I've got work to do. There's a young lady who primarily attends our church virtually who is having a serious heart procedure today, and she wants me there. Interestingly, the procedure was scheduled, 2 or more weeks ago. And every time the surgery date came up, it got moved for one reason or another. And then ultimately, it ended up being scheduled for June 27th. And when the young lady reached out to me again and said, hey, they moved it again and it's June 27th, I said to her, that is not the best date for me, but I will be there. Because in my estimation, that's just what I need to do, is to take this time on this day and be there, show up for someone else. And so I would ask that you all would hang on just a little bit longer and walk with me through Dennis's last living birthday, his 50th. Dennis's birthday is June 27th. That means that his very last birthday as a living being on this earth was June 27th, 2021. And we began that day at church. And Dennis and I, dressed in our Detroit Lions jerseys, went to church service matching. It was a great day for us. Later that day, I took Dennis on a special meal. We went to Monterey Bay Fish Grotto on Mount Washington, just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it is a very well-known restaurant in the area, and the food was outstanding. And you can see from the photos that we had great views outside and inside of the restaurant. And in particular, we were overlooking what is known here in this area as the Point. The Point is the location where the three rivers meet: the Allegheny River, the Monongahela River, and the Ohio River. Our view out of the window from the table that we were seated at was gorgeous. It was indeed a great day. Dennis is not a big steak lover, but he had a steak at this particular meal, and he commented that it was the best steak that he had ever eaten. And little did we know it would be the last steak, the last birthday that he would ever celebrate. Of course, we let the waiter know it was his birthday, and they brought over a beautiful birthday dessert. He enjoyed it immensely. And I just want to go back and mention that Pennsylvania is known for its bridges. And we are a city of bridges, and we have more bridges per capita than any other state in this country and presumably in the world. Here is just one of the many pictures of one of the Pennsylvania bridges. That day was a great day of celebration. And I would just say to everyone, celebrate every day like it's your last, because you never know when it really will be. Dennis's 50th birthday was his last birthday. And so what I had done is I had arranged with his siblings to come into town for the 4th of July, which was 1 week later. And the day before, which was a Saturday, I fired up the grill and I barbecued ribs and chicken, and I began to make all of the side dishes because, of course, we would be in church on Sunday. He had no idea why I was cooking all of this food. And in fact, he thought that I had invited some of the people from the church over for the 4th of July. On the 4th, we went to church and then we came home. And shortly after getting home, his sisters and nieces arrived. It was such a surprise for him. I do have many pictures of that day. However, Dennis's sisters, nieces, they really don't like being on social media. So out of respect for them, I am not posting any of those videos. But I am posting this picture of Dennis as he was just sitting in his chair in more pain than I ever realized. As he looked around at his sisters and nieces, and of course at his wife, celebrating his birthday. We had a cake made for him, a happy 50th birthday, and I hid the cake in my office so that he would not see it before his sisters arrived. Again, it was a great day of celebration, and I am just so very grateful that I took the time to celebrate his 50th birthday. So on that day, June 27th of 2025, I absolutely remembered Dennis. Thank you for hanging around to the end. I tell you, I am so glad that I celebrated my husband on his 50th birthday. I had no idea that that would be his last, and I made it one of his best. And so I'm grateful. I am grateful. And what I would say to each of you, every birthday, every high day of the loved ones in our lives, celebrate them because you never know when it's going to be their last. Yes, I shed tears today, tears because I loved and still love my husband, and I miss him dearly. And so allow me to say that I don't have any quick, witty words to throw out that'll make a person experiencing grief feel better. But what I can say is that over time, it gets better. Oh, I still miss him. I still love him. I still wish every day that he was here. But every day, it gets a little bit better. Please remember, Renee B is just for me.